I kind of already talked about this. I had a lot of artists hit me up about this. My response to Rich and Mary posting this, because they're like, why are you grouping all artists into this? Because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like, you tell me, chat, does not every rapper say like, don't listen to the blogs? Like, this is basically every single beef with academics. Like, don't listen to the music reporters, don't listen to the blogs, don't listen to music industry people because they don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Do they not say that? Because I see it like damn near every time, and everybody in the comments is like, they're talking about you, Bob, especially when it comes to like underground artists, because there aren't many people that are really like talking mad shit. I'm not saying that I'm all knowing, because I'm definitely not. And I don't even know who Rich Amiri's talking about in this situation. But I'm just saying he better not be talking about me. Maybe he's defending Sofago or something. But the fact of the matter is, these artists actually don't know what they're talking about, or they don't know anything about the music industry. They don't even know that these labels, their labels and management, are paying all of the music reporters and blogs to continually post this. And I'm not even talking about underground rappers. I'm talking about big artists too. Even Cardi, even Ken, even Drake, even like Kanye. We've done posts for like all those people before. Uzi, we done posts for Uzi. We done posts for damn near every single buddy. So, and these artists don't even know that that's going down. They don't know where their marketing budget is going. They don't realize that all their numbers are basically fabricated by A, fake streams, B, like they're only relevant in the, like they're getting a lot of likes on Instagram and shit, but that's because like everybody's like posting about them, funneling like new viewership and whatever through using money to get to their account. And so like to say we know nothing, it's like, bro, we know more than y'all about your own career. But yeah, anything, you're right, anything that hurts their feeling to tweak about. Like, I know every single time that when I post something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a text from this person. I'm gonna get a DM from this person, and it's like I'm just like walking on eggshells. At this point, I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say how I feel, and if they don't like it, that's their problem. Because like we all got things to do. Like I'm gonna stay in my own lane and not talk shit about you, about real truth about you, if you don't say anything about me or anybody that's associated with me. Although I do agree that a lot of reporters probably do not know what they're talking about. But at the same time, in the music industry, a lot of shit is like shit. I saw some promos about like Shay. Maybe it's not a promo, where it was talking about Shay new snippet called Love or something is rumored to have sampled Travis Scott and Playboi Carti's Love Hurts collab. And it's like, well, the producer came out and literally said that that's just not true. And so where does this information come from? And so it's not even the music reporters that are posting lies, quote unquote. Sometimes it's literally the labels that are trying to get their lies posted. Now, I'm not saying that Shay's label did that or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, we're just doing our job. You know, we can't always be right every single time, but also we got to post a lot of rumors, just because a lot of shit artists won't even say out loud, or labels or management, they won't even give you the information if you ask. So a lot of people are like, bro, why don't you like double check your info? And it's like, bro, if I ask these artists, they're literally just gonna like act all mysterious just so that they get posted, even if it's like not true, because that association or that content is gonna do well for them. You know what I'm saying? Artists nowadays can't take criticism, but that's sadly how culture is shifting to now. Nobody wants to hear anything about but positivity. Yes, of course. Like, especially when their egos get boosted, because they, quite frankly, if they're famous. So they literally, anytime they see people in person, they only see positive or hear positive things from the people that are around them, or people they meet because they're fans or whatever. So when they see something negative, they're like, it hits them harder. You know what I mean? Like you're self-image goes up all the way here. So when you finally hear like something negative, like, oh fuck, like how the hell can somebody hate me? Like, look how many fans I got. And I get it. That happens to me too. It happens to everybody, not even on social media necessarily. But I don't know. It gets to a point where like you do have to humble yourself a little bit. I understand people hate me all the time. I understand that I'm a little bit of a menace. I do. And I frankly don't even give a fuck if somebody doesn't like me. But that's been a whole thing throughout the last couple of years, that's just the role I play. And that's fine. I like that because that means I can say whatever I want to say and not care about being liked by any artist or whatever. 42 CO sad Bino blocked him. I bet Bino blocked me too. Homicide Bino. What's his oh shit. Well, here we go. What's his at? I'm pretty sure they blocked me too because it wasn't even popping up here. Nah, they fuck with me, bro. It's really just Homicide Gang on their own island. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that fuck with me that a lot of people think like the fans think that like, oh, nobody fucks with Bob. I assure you, like anybody who talks to me who's not a loser, look, this is how the industry works. All the non-losers, and that doesn't necessarily equate to clout, okay? Because there are a lot of very clouded losers. Like in real life, you talk to them, they're fucking losers, but then there's this like veil surrounding them because they have so many followers that people like almost make them cooler. But like if you were to rip out all of the followers from a lot of people, there are a lot of losers who are super famous. Now, all the non-losers actually like when they talk to each other, it's cool, everybody's fine. But then like, so I talk to a lot of artists behind the scenes. I'll talk to a lot of management behind the scenes, talk about a lot of labels behind the scenes. But like, there are certain people that they just don't get it. Like they can't handle the criticism. They can't handle the, like, for example, there are some artists that I give criticism, but like we talk it over and like, they're like, yo, I see why you said that. And then we clap it up and we're like, all right, cool. Like if you can't take criticism logically, you're a fucking loser. Does Uzi fuck with me? That's a good question. That's actually one artist that I don't know if he necessarily fucks with me. I know he knows me, of me. But Uzi's like way too big. Like it's like I know Cardi DM me, but like that's kind of this era, whereas Uzi's kind of like just off. I don't know. I just don't really like Uzi's new music at all. So I wouldn't expect him to fuck with me like that. What did Cardi DM me? I think I posted on Twitter. He sent me like appreciate you for support. Appreciate the support. You can look up the DM or something. I have it. I even talked about it on, there's a clip, I think. We went over it. I feel like such a dick sucker. Like, yeah. We talked about it on YouTube. I made a whole video about Cardi DMing me. But yeah, I feel like Uzi just does a lot of side missions. What year was it? It was probably like last year. Look, I'll just show you. A Playboy Cardi. See? It's real. Boom. What I tell you. Yeah, but Rise of Cardi had to follow back and made his entire life. I mean, if you're a fan page, like that is kind of what you do, right? You post Cardi, so I can't blame him for that. But now Stealthy is who runs it. I don't know if it's a secret. Sorry if I exposed that. But like now he kind of works with Cardi a little bit, at least from what I've heard from him. Scroll up. It's just like me tagging posts of him. And then he sent me these pics. I shit myself when I low-key, I mean, I wouldn't say I shit myself, but I was definitely like, okay, so I get a lot of DMs from Playboy Cardi fan pages or not even fan pages, but accounts that have, like the same, they model their whole profile after Playboy Cardi. So like they put as their name Playboy Cardi, the username. You can buy the verification now too. They put I Am Music as the profile picture. So I get a lot of those messages. So when that went into my DMs, I was like, oh, it's just like it's just a regular person who's a fan saying like, thanks for the support or some shit. I was like, I don't know. And then I open it and then I click on the profile. I'm like, wait, this is the real one. And yeah, I was shitting my pants a little bit. I can't lie. Why don't I manage artists or be an A&R? Old man make hella cheese. Okay. Let me give y'all some sauce right here. So no offense to managers out there. This kind of goes along with this. So I already make more than most rappers. Yeah, they might get like, 100K advance here, 200K advance here. I already make that more than that in a year. So like, whatever. But then they're like kind of locked into that deal for the next couple of years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And so like that was just a one-time payment and they're done. Now, the ones that make like $1 million, okay, sure, like you're popping. But then they have a lot of expenses, they get a lot of taxes. Meanwhile, I have a business, so I write off a lot of shit. Just generally speaking, I make more than most. Definitely like all underground rappers, let's say. Maybe 99%. I wouldn't say Rich and Mary's necessarily. This is just like for context, but Rich and Mary's not necessarily underground because One Call was a very big song. Very big song. So why don't I manage people? As I was saying, I make more than most artists. Managers get 10 to 20%. Why would I, if I already make more than artists, why would I put effort and money and time into an artist, an underground artist that I already make more than, just to get 10 to 20%? It's just like, is it a good return on my investment of time and effort? No, it's not. And an A&R, like again, they don't make that much money more than Lil O. I mean, let's see. What did Lil O get? Didn't he get like a 600K advance or something? Managers took like probably, he might have gotten like 300 or 500 or 600. It might have been 300. So let's just assume it's 600K. 20% of that, so divide by 5, is 120 grand that the managers just took. So now he's got $480,000. $480,000. Some of that I think was marketing budget, so the advance was less than that. I think the advance was like 300K in pocket or some shit. So you get like 180 marketing and recording. So 300. I already made more than 300 last year, and he got that in like a one lump sum. So again, I fuck with Osama-san. I'm just saying, like, I already made more than that in 1 year, and I continuously make money. Whereas a lot of these artists will get a lump sum and it's just over for the next 5 years. And they're just trying to recoup or get the next deal with another label, or where they get more into debt with the same label, And yeah, the artist can be special and go crazy, but it's just a lot of time and effort. Like I used to manage artists, or I tried to, before I started YouTube. And what I found was like most artists, I'm a hard worker, as y'all probably know. I'm doing Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, fucking YouTube shorts, posting clips, streaming. I'm doing all this shit. I have a job. I have another business outside this. Okay. Now I work fucking hard. These artists, like their lifestyle is just not conducive with mine. Like I expect them to like get certain deliverables done, like record a couple songs a day, whatever it is. Like, but I understand they need to be creative and do it in their own time and whatever. But like a lot of times artists just be fucking around and like fucking hoes and like whatever. It's like, dude, I'm a grown man. If you're not gonna get shit done, I do not give a fuck. If you're not gonna work hard for your own career, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna work harder for your career than you do yourself. So that's why I just stopped, and then I started my own YouTube channels, and that's when I started going up, because I was like, I know how to do this marketing shit for myself, so I'm gonna do it, and it worked out. And okay, so you're saying take another chance, but pick carefully. Okay. So again, if managers get 20%, the only way to be a profitable manager is to manage multiple artists at the same time. You got to have a repertoire of like 5 to 10 plus. I don't have time for that. But to, like, say an artist gets like $1 million deal, that's going to take like, you know, a year or two of work. I can get 100, 200K worth of whatever, but then I'd have to like be on the road. I wouldn't be able to do a bunch of the shit that I do. But like even $1 million deal is so rare. Like, again, it's just not worth my time. Like, trust me. Now, if you don't have like the media things going and like you want to be a manager, I'm not trying to take you away from that, but just know the business model is you have multiple artists you're managing. And then a lot of managers who get up, they actually start getting like consulting gigs and everything like that with labels. They make their money low key elsewhere other than the artists that they make money from. You know what I mean? Or they get their own venture, side venture, or they have a marketing agency where they get paid from the marketing budget of the artists that they manage, and so then they get money again from that. So like there's multiple ways, but you low key just off one artist as a manager, most people cannot have a full-time living doing that, I assure you. And then also, as you probably know, when you sign to a big record label, like the artist really only gets like 20-30% of their royalties, and so management of that royalties, whatever, and shows and whatever, again, they get 10 to 20% of the smaller amount. So it really just don't even make sense. Bob, is it worth it to take any label, sign, or should you stay independent? Here's how you distinguish. If you think that you can make more money and you have like a business plan to make more money in the next 5-10 years from your catalog and shows and everything, then what a label is offering you for the marketing budget, recording budget, label advance. If you think you can make more money solo, go independent. Also, if you just want to be famous, like ultra famous, but at the same time, when a label controls your budget, like if you're not cooking, if you're not clouding up from whatever narrative they're trying to put on all these blogs, then it ain't working. They're going to shelve you. So then you have no freedom then either. And they'll just cut you off from your budget, because what are they going to do? Like, what was the artist going to do? Like, they're going to sue the label? Like, they ain't even got even money. Okay? Especially if you're not clouded, whatever, you got the label advance, you already spent it on the cars, chains for your team, security, whatever, a new crib. Like, you ain't got any money to sue anyway to get your marketing budget. Now, if this is why we were talking about with To Hollis a couple days ago, if the label is offering you more money than what you think that you can probably get from your current catalog and performing and merch and whatever, then yes, hell yes, take that. I mean, like, think about, say, like, I think Trippie Redd, like $30 million. Like, I don't care how much music, I'll give you my whole fucking career and catalog for $30 million. You can go and retire off $30 million. Remember that deal that he got like a couple years ago? Hell yes. And go right off in the sunset. Because then what the fuck do you care about anything else if you got $30 million, you know? So Fago should have stayed independent. Well, so Fago did stay independent. That was the problem. He was just doing distribution deals. He just was signed to Cactus Jack, the imprint, but I don't think, like, behind the scenes, he had a huge machine behind him. It was just like a co-side in which Travis Scott got a percentage or something for no reason, because honestly, that didn't work out at all. But we've already talked about Fago so many times. What if you take the advance and invest it? Yeah, I mean, that's like the best thing you could do. Like, if you're an artist and you get $1 million advance and you're not stupid and buy like a Rolls Royce with it and like, I don't know, chains and dumbass shit that doesn't really do anything, if you go buy a house, which appreciates in value typically, or invest in the stock market, or use it to invest in like private equity for whatever ventures people are trying to give you for investment properties. Like that's what a lot of athletes do. That a lot of athletes are in venture capital because they get a lot of money, like $30 million contracts, and so they just invest, you know, $250K here, $250K there, and it's high risk, but like it makes them way more rich than even the $30 million that they got through the contract. If Trippie got 30 mil, what does Cardi contract look like? Well, the thing is, Trippie just has more of a catalog, so he's got more to sell to a label. You're essentially giving up the rights to your music so that the label can then use it to like get revenue from your album. So they put it on playlists. They like collect the publishing or whatever it is that labels do. They have their things that they do. They can sell merch with your name. You give them up your likeness. And so for $30 million, they could do a lot. But Trippie Redd has like, what, 15 albums that he can give up to 10K projects, or Atlantic, whoever it is now. So Cardi only has what? Self-titled, Die Lit, Whole Lot of Red. So yeah, sure, the next project, he probably get more per project than Trippie Redd, but Trippie Redd had more projects, so probably more in sum that he could give to a label, and that's why he can get 30 M's. So I don't know if Cardi could get 30 M's. He only has 3 projects, but maybe. But Interscope already has them, I feel like. As you can see, I was big into meme coins like a couple months ago, so now that's all I get on Twitter. What the fuck is that? Yeah, the stock market is full of shit right now. Holy crap. And crypto, everything's down. Like I'm down multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last couple of months from the economy, but it's just because of like the tariff shit that Trump is doing. But it will come back. Like I'm just buying more and more because when it all comes back, and if I keep buying at the bottom, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.